Hello everyone and welcome back to a series that I started quite a while ago, but we brought it back. Last time I had Will Derbyshire to help me read out your confessions, but this week I have a very special guest, and it goes by the name... Sorry, I just called you
Hey, Brian, come on, I'm a human being.
He goes by the name of Byron. There he is. Byron?
Or just Byron,
Yeah, or just Byron. So today we are bringing back the confessions. You guys have been emailing me in your confessions all week, and the week before that, and the week before that, and actually the week before that. There's a lot to get through.
That's a whole treat.
Byron, as you're my special guest today, I'll let you do the honours of reading out the first one.
Thank you, Brian.
By the way, we're going to try and give you our advice if we can. Byron, you may think, oh yeah, he's probably a model or he's probably an actor. No, turns out he's actually back in South Africa. He was the #1 agony aunt. You had your own column, didn't you, in the local newspaper?
Yeah, that's right, the Saturday Times. Dear Joe.
Okay.
When I was younger, I used to wear the same pair of underwear for about a week in a row.
Gross, okay. I'm not going to lie, I think during Yacht Week, all my boxers are pretty much the same colour. Yeah, black Calvin Kleins, right?
Yeah.
So I packed a load of Calvin Kleins, and I reckon in my drunken state, I probably wore the same pair, just thinking it's a fresh pair every time. I was like, they're fine, they're good to go.
I don't even think I wore underwear most of the time, actually. Now this part I have a real problem with. Oh, and I used to wear Crocs. That's where...
The day I wear Crocs is the day where I will quit YouTube. No offense, I've got nothing against them as a brand. I think they're doing marvelous things for garden shoeing. Dear Joe, I've kept a secret from my friend for 11 years. Whoa, that's a long time. When I was very young, I was at my mate's house. We were playing dress up, and she had a hamster. Oh, I can see where this is going. Can you see where this is going? It's definitely gonna die in it.
Could go anywhere.
And she let it out of her cage. She walked out the room. Well, it's her own fault. Whatever's gonna happen, it's her own fault. I went to sit on a chair, and I sat on the hamster. Ouch. Didn't realise at first until I heard a crunch. Oh! That actually made my, maybe like this.
Hamsters go crunch? Oh, yeah.
The bones crunch. Oh, Jesus. I shot up and looked down. I was panicking, and she was almost done getting dressed. I opened her window and chucked the hamster out of the window. I would have told her, but she was really close to the hamster. I'm still mates with her now, and she always asks me to this day what happened.
Tell her!
I do not believe your authenticity of that story, and I'll tell you why. I feel like your friend would never keep asking you, what happened to my hamster? Because she would have said, oh, it must be lost. They would have just assumed that the hamster got lost in the room somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus, if you throw out the window, you don't know where it's going to land. Did it land in a bush? If it landed on the garden path, I mean, they're going to find it. It's not that hard to find a dead hamster. Believe me, I've been there.
Hey, Suggles.
Hello. Don't call me that again.
Last year I'd gone out to a club and got really drunk.
Really drunk.
On the way home I was hungry.
I can relate.
I was hungry AF, but poor. So I thought I'd be good and put a frozen pizza in the oven. Waited for 20 minutes for it to cook, which felt like 9 hours. Oh, I think we've all been there.
Yeah, we have.
And I was taking it out the oven. It fell topside and down on the filthy kitchen floor. Ooh. Should have thrown it away.
No.
But I didn't.
No.
I just rinsed it under the tap and ate it anyway.
Ah, the thing is, why would you rinse it under the tap? Who does that? Who rinses already like a cooked pizza under a tap? The bread will absorb all the water. You're essentially eating watery... Makes me feel sick just thinking about it.
It's a recipe for disaster.
But the thing is, that's a totally logical thing to do when you're drunk.
I think so, yeah.
Personally, I'd be like 5-second rule, and I just try and eat it as quickly as possible.
That would have been mine as well.
Imagine if you brought a boy back as well to it. Was it like a uni halls? I feel like it would have been or something. Imagine you brought a boy back, and then she's eating the pizza, but she's like, you know what? I'm still gonna kiss him. I'm still gonna kiss him. It scares me the amount of times that could have potentially happened to me. You know, if you've been there, you think you're kissing someone, and think, I don't know where you've been.
No.
Sometimes
Should I be worrying about that? You got me thinking.
Sometimes I worry about that kind of thing. You don't know what's happened to them. They could be like a cat. They lick themselves.
Well, you'd never know. I mean,
you'd never know. Hi, my name is Lily. When I was in 2nd grade, I wanted to impress this boy that I liked by having a cool story to wow him. We've all been there, can relate. My dad's in the military. You were the sort of girl, Lily, that I'd been terrified to meet the parents, you know? 100%. I would be like, no, I'm alright. And so I told him that my dad needed to test some explosives, so we got a goat and we blew up the goat. We're now both in 9th grade, and he still goes around telling people that I blew up a goat. It's bad because I had a crush, and he told him about the exploding goat, and now the guy thinks I'm mental. #FML. I'm so confused by the story. So
did they actually blow up a goat?
Yeah, did you actually blow up a goat?
Stop blowing up goats.
The thing is, goats are one of my favourite animals as well, so we did blow up a goat.
You like goats?
Yeah, I love goats. I sold my older brother's cigarettes to the bad dudes at middle school for 4 years. He always thought Mom had found them and kept throwing them out without saying, but they were actually going towards my beautiful Michael Kors handbag for moi. Fist bump emoji. Actually, I'm not sorry, it's a beautiful bag. Sue me. Love, Andy. Do you know, I like that. I can literally feel the sass oozing out of this bit of paper right now.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah. That is entrepreneurialism.
There we go.
If you want to come work for me, hit me up. There's a place for you right now at Sug Enterprises. Definitely.
And I hope your brother quit because, I mean, what is there left to smoke if it's getting sold
Exactly.
to the bad dudes?
You're killing two birds with one stone. You're stopping your brother from smoking and you're also creating a business. You're like a nicotine patch. A human nicotine patch.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
And Byron. Whoa, how are they?
Really? Oh my god, she can see into the future.
When I was about 4 or 5, I used to cut my own hair and stick it on the toilet paper rolls and play with them as if they were people.
What?
Now when I tell my friends, they burst out laughing. That's a terrible thing to do.
I'll keep my distance. I think that's the start of a psychopath.
P.S. Adelaide says hi.
Oh, I love Adelaide. I've been there before. That's weird. That reminds me of the start of a horror film.
The slow track in with a little girl and you can only see her from
She's
behind.
playing with cardboard tubes with bits
Turns
of hair on
around
it.
and next thing you know, she's sticking her own hair on toilet
Go
rolls.
on, Jenny, say hello to Robert. Robert's got a new haircut, look.
And just turns around, half her hair's missing.
I mean, we all did weird things when you were young, so don't feel too bad. As long as you're not still doing that.
This one comes in from Evelyn. Thanks, Evelyn. She says, "Hi, Joe. My confession is that I secretly find a great amount of joy in making small babies cry when in public." And the funny thing is, right, I'm the same.
What?
For example, staring at them whilst they're in a pram and pulling scary faces. It's really fun. You should try it. I'm not gonna lie. I have actually tried that. If a baby stares at me, I start to find it really awkward. I'm like, oh my god, this baby's staring at me. Why is it still staring at me? And I think, do you know what? Parents aren't looking. I get a good old stare back like that. And I make faces, and I hope you don't get caught by the parents, but I do make a face back and try and see if I can, like, I'm not trying to make them cry, but I'm trying to make their emotions change by me staring at them. Make them laugh or cry. Have you ever done that before?
Kinda. I mean, I'm terrible with babies.
Your new niece and nephew.
There we go. I just had a nephew. I mean, my sister just had a baby, which made me the uncle.
Hey Joe, so about a year ago, I was at my dad's girlfriend's house, and we drank a bit too much wine. Went to the toilet and left a bit of a floater that wouldn't go. Okay. Her nana was round, so didn't want to leave it for her to find. So like you do, I took the top off the cistern and scooped it into there using one of those scrubby shower gloves. To this day, no one knows. Probably dissolved. Do you know what that would do? Like if you put a poo in the cistern at the top, when you flush, it's pooey water coming into the toilet.
Really?
Yeah, which is grim, but also a genius idea. That's
That
smart
is pretty
thinking.
good. Please don't say my name on this one. Well, we can't because you didn't leave it. So.
Yeah, you didn't leave a name.
I was in the park feeding peanuts to squirrels. They're all brave and stuff, so we were getting really close.
Them bloody brave squirrels, not the shy ones. The brave ones.
When all out of nowhere I felt something grab my leg, I immediately kick and flinch from fear. I see this grey fluff ball shoot straight into the duck pond.
Oh, it wasn't her granddad, was it?
10 meters away.
It wasn't her granddad.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, phew.
Felt so bad, but the little guy could swim, and the little shouldn't have snuck up on me.
Wait, so what happened?
I think she kicked a squirrel 10 meters into a pond.
Nice. Have you ever
10
thought...
points?
Yeah, have you ever thought about playing rugby?
Yeah, that's cruel. That's freaking cruel, Joe.
Hey Joe, so my very awkward and embarrassing confession. Strap yourself in, Byron, you're in for a good one right here. So I met this guy at town one day. He knew me somehow, but I didn't know him. We grew very close, and I took it too far by kissing him. He backed away all of a sudden, and he looked at me gobsmacked. He said, "What the hell are you doing? I'm your..." I bet you know what's coming, in brackets or not. He was her cousin.
Oh.
He was her cousin! He thought he knew that, but no. That's all I have to say. Love ya.
No.
P.S. We have never talked since. Can you imagine?
That's pretty embarrassing, but how do you not know your cousin? I mean...
Yeah, surely you would know that. But the thing is, well, in olden days, people used to get it on with their cousin. That's how people are born with, like, more fingers than they need and webbed feet. Stop it. Don't kiss your cousins.
Stop killing goats and kissing your cousin.
Yeah, but one thing we've learned in this video, don't kick squirrels, don't kill goats, don't blow up goats, and don't kiss your cousins. Oh my god, this is amazing. She's left her email address name in there, so I'm not going to name her. Dear Joe, I once found a sex swing in my mum's closet while trying to look for clothing. I haven't told her, and I haven't really looked at her in the same since.
What is a sex swing?
I've got one in my... I mean, they're like...
Really?
Yeah.
And that fits in a closet?
Get some momentum into it. Yeah, it must do. I mean, it must do.
Okay.
I can't really relate.
I mean, I don't even know what they are.
Hi Joe, so my story is, it was Father's Day in the summer of 2008. What a great year.
Great.
Both my parents were out, and I, 8, nearly 9 at the time, was left alone at home with my 7-year-old brother. Don't worry, we had a childminder that day. Thank God. I mean, I was worrying. I literally went straight in my head. As it was a nice, warm, sunny summer's day, my brother and I decided to play in the garden. And for some reason or another, we decided to open the shed. You see, we didn't go in the shed very often, as we were often told by our parents it was full of dangerous things. That's the thing, when parents tell you not to do something when you're 7 or 8 years old, or 8 or 9,
You do it.
You do it.
Yeah.
You need to reverse psychology that. Go in the shed. You know, get the drills out. Yeah, it's fine. You can use that saw.
Kick a squirrel?
Yeah, kick a squirrel. Blow up a goat. It's fine. What we didn't realise was that on the door of the shed was some tools. Oh God, you know, your bog standard saw, hammer, etc. My brother, being 7, saw a tent and was like, let's build it and use it as a fort. So he scrambled, pushing me to the side and then pushing the door back, making the saw swing forward and back. Sounds like some sort of contraption from a Tomb Raider game.
Hang on.
Like some sort of Indiana Jones kind of thing. I accidentally, maybe on purpose, pushed the door again and the saw fell. My brother was underneath the saw trying to get the tent. It fell onto his cheek. He had a massive slit in his cheek. He didn't cry instantly because you cut off his face open. He probably couldn't.
His tear ducts were missing.
But I could tell he was going to, so I ran to try and hide because I didn't want to get in trouble. That's what I've done, just run and hide and wait for it all to blow over.
Yeah, but your bleeding brother. You could have saved him if you phoned us 4 hours ago.
Whoops, sorry. The childminder was horrified and called my parent immediately. We then rushed to where my parents were and went straight to A&E. I got severely told off and my Nintendo DSi was confiscated. DSi? What's DSi? Was that even a thing? Sounds like it's some sort of sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah.
Oh, my Nintendo DSi is kicking off again. P.S. I love you a lot and think your videos are amazing and out of this world. Well, thank you, Juliet. You are a terrible sister.
Sounded like an attempted murder confession.
Yeah, it was. Do we now use this video as evidence in like a court case, potentially in the future?
We can call them in now, boys. We got her.
Yeah, we got her. No, quick, get her. Right, guys, there we go. That was some of your confessions. Basically, it makes me feel a lot better about myself knowing that a lot of you guys are doing terrible things in the world and it's not just me.
Yeah.
But that sounds really bad, doesn't it?
We such are judgmental, but
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some confessions.
There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Shout out to Byron for taking part as my confession helper.
bro.
He has Instagram and stuff. Check out all his stuff out in the description below. And I will see you next week with a Sug Sunday special. Cheers. Goodbye. Oh, look, username at Rising. That looks nice. If you want yours, pre-order yours now in the description below. Please, I'd be ever so grateful.